The Vanguard VAS ETF is an ETF that invests in the top 300 shares on the Australian share market. So you can use this ETF to get exposure to many different shares that may pay franking credits and dividends, or will potentially increase in value, enabling you to generate capital growth from your investment. The VAS ETF, or VAS as it's commonly known, is the most common ETF in Australia. And by that I mean it is the biggest ETF and is most commonly invested. We can look at that by the number of trades that investors make to buy into the ETF, but also at the size or the amount of money that's already invested into it. That's because the ETF is very well diversified and has a very low fee base, with Vanguard continually lowering the fee for the VAS ETF. If I was investing in this ETF for the long term, I would consider it part of my core portfolio, meaning that it's one of those ultra long-term investments. You can expect volatility from this ETF, much like many of the other ETFs that invest in shares. But this ETF in particular is very well diversified, having a lot of exposure to the banking sector, as well as mining and resources here in Australia, but also a few other names like supermarkets and industrial companies as well. The VAS ETF, it's one of the most popular ETFs in Australia, and it's easy to see why.